The one-pillar pagoda, originally built in 1049, has seen close to 1,000 years of history, seeing things like war and poverty. The creation of the one-pillar pagoda is traced back to a prophetic dream given to Emperor Li Taitong, the third ruler of the Li dynasty. In this dream, the Bodhisattva Quan Am appeared before him, seated on a lotus flower and presenting the emperor with a baby son. Emperor Tong interpreted this dream as a divine prophecy, and not long after, the emperor married a peasant girl who gave birth to his son. Upon the completion of the prophecy, Emperor Tong sought guidance from a famous monk named Tien Tue, who advised the emperor to construct a temple like the one presented in his dream. The emperor swiftly ordered the construction of the temple, erecting it within the serene Taikam garden of the imperial palace. The pagoda has seen its fair share of veneration and destruction, being rebuilt and reconstructed many times throughout its extensive history, and due to this, images of renovations and add-ons made are very far in between. In 1105, Emperor Li Nyun Thong sought to enhance the pagoda's glory by commissioning the creation of a grand bronze bell. The bell's tones were intended to carry prayers and blessings across the country. In addition to the bell, the emperor ordered the excavation of a second lake, hoping to enhance the pagoda's serene setting. Emperor Tong also later ordered a restoration of the pagoda complex in Linqiao Pond, adding a rainbow bridge across a stream. The pagoda and pagoda complex were much larger and grander in the Li dynasty in comparison to today. The pagoda then went 100 years remaining untouched for the most part until 1249, where the pagoda complex was restored. Unfortunately, the grand bronze bell was melted down in order to produce weapons for the Ming dynasty in the 1400s, shown here. During this time, the Ming dynasty did not recognize the Hou dynasty that was recently established, demanding the return of the Tran dynasty. This resulted in a war to break out in 1406, lasting until 1424 when Vietnam won the hard-fought war. This war freed Vietnam from Chinese rule and solidified Vietnam as its own place. The pagoda, unfortunately, was not safe from deterioration as the pagoda complex then went through a period of time without any maintenance, ending in 1805. This period of neglect was due to internal conflicts between the Trinh and Nguyen dynasties. This conflict was a pivotal moment for Vietnam's history, as it separated the country into the northern Trinh dynasty and the southern Nguyen dynasty. This internal conflict led to the neglect of the architecture previously established, causing the pagoda to be the last remnant of the once great pagoda complex. The pagoda remained unchanged since then, only receiving routine maintenance for 150 years, until it was destroyed by explosives in 1954, as a result of the First Indochina War, the lone pillar being the only remaining proof of the prophetic temple. The pagoda was then swiftly rebuilt in the following year based on blueprints left from the Nguyen dynasty. The one-pillar pagoda has remained strong since then and will continue to be maintained as one of Vietnam's national heritage sites.